Hello, my friends. My name is Ryan Freeman, and you're watching my channel on YouTube. Please give me a thumbs up and subscribe. It is the end of a Sunday, and at the end of a Sunday, I like whiskey and water. This is pretty watered down because it is my third highball of the evening. And I'm not going to drink too much. Don't worry. I will hopefully wake up on the morrow completely fine. But it is early yet. I don't even believe it is 7 o'clock. Okay? I haven't even really had dinner. So give me a break. But I didn't start too early either. Okay, enough about alcohol. What did I want to talk to you about? I wanted to talk to you about some of the stuff that's been going on at my school, okay? I work at a public middle school in somewhere in the middle south of Taiwan. It's not a big city, not a small city, you can guess, all right? It's a small school, it's a good school. It's the type of school where the principal is very ambitious. I heard someone say she's very ambitious. I've heard multiple people say that. I don't really interact with her much, with principals, okay? I've never really talked about the topic of principals in Taiwan. So let's just do that, okay? Forget wherever else I was gonna go. We're gonna go on this topic. So every school's got a principal. It's like that big boss. Every restaurant has a manager, and they all do essentially the same functions, and they have the same role, but the role that they play in your life as an English teacher is likely going to be very different depending upon the principal. Now, when you work as a foreign English teacher, you will generally have someone at the school that is assigned to deal with the foreigners. That's like your immediate supervisor. And so that's like your boss, your immediate boss. And they might not even seem like a boss. They might not, okay? They'll generally try to be a friend, or at least someone with good communication, with good relationship with you, because they are your liaison between the higher ups as well as the general staff. Your co-teachers that you're going to be working with, they're all going to communicate with this liaison, this coordinator, or you call her supervisor, whatever you want to call them, okay? That has been the case in all three of my last public schools. The last one I slept with, okay? But that's a whole nother side story. You can watch my video about romance, okay? The first one, we are great friends and working compadres. And in this school that I work at, we have we got a good relationship, okay? But it's not very close, all right? We don't really interact too often. And the downside of that is, I often don't really know what's going on at the school. This is true. This is absolutely true. Because she doesn't choose to interact with me, and I don't choose to interact with her just like for no reason. I really don't know what a lot of the important things are on what's going on in like paperwork and all of that kind of stuff. Whereas there's a couple other foreign teachers, and another one, she is always interacting with this school coordinator and is always, in my opinion, filling out needless paperwork, because what I've noticed is that the downside is I don't know what's going on, but the flip side, the upside is I get less stuff thrown my way of like paperwork and all of that. She takes care of it, I like the relationship I have with my coordinator. It's chill. I like it. Because you could have a coordinator that's always sending you line messages even later into the evening, and she's filling you in, but you've got all this stress, and maybe she's asking you to fill in this paperwork or attend this meeting. I like not having to deal with my boss that much, is what I'm trying to say. But when I do deal with her, and she's like a 30-ish girl, I like her personality. I think she likes me. We exchange some good laughs. But there's also like this, what you may find if you're a foreign English teacher, that the school likes. If the school likes you, they're like, they don't want to upset you, So, and the Taiwanese are very non-confrontational, so it could just be best to avoid the foreign English teacher if he's happy. And I appear probably on most days, depends how much sleep I get, I appear on most days to be happy for the most part. Okay, now above my coordinator is a director, her director. And the director is a big guy, because usually your coordinator's director will actually be the director of academic affairs. In each school, in the public schools in Taiwan, they have various offices, just like in any school, biggish school, I would imagine. There's, in Taiwan, it's broken down. Academic affairs is the most important office. It is like the central brain that connects everything. It is usually a busy office. Usually, the many other people from other offices will, like nerves, network into the academic affairs office. It's the most important office. And so the director of the academic affairs office will usually be your school coordinator's boss, and is usually the second person in the school, in the hierarchy of the school. There's the principal at the top, and then there's the academic affairs director. And then there's other departments in the school, like school affairs or student affairs, and I don't even know the other. There's PE office. I mean, there's these different offices, okay? General teachers' offices. And there's a director in those offices. Administration, payroll, all of these offices. But the academic affairs is the number one most important. That director is number two. And then your coordinator, in the past 3 schools that I've worked at, so I think it's probably similar, your coordinator will be under that director, okay? So your line to the principal goes through your coordinator, then the director of academic affairs office, and then the principal. But, every school is different in terms of your relationship to these people. These people's personalities will be different. So at my first school, I never really talked much with the director. And I never talked much with the principal. I talked a lot with my coordinator. The second school that I worked at, the director I always saw the guy. We were always walking past each other. We spent a weekend together, me with his family, but because he didn't speak English and I didn't speak Chinese, we never really talked. He was always in meetings. He was always sort of deciding my fate, but he really relied on my coordinator. But even more weird at that school was I was actually closer with the principal than I was with the director or my coordinator. Me and the principal, I ate at her house, been to her family festivities at least twice. We went hiking probably 3 times, dinners and lunches and travel. So I was really close with the principal. That was a weird thing. A lot closer than with my director, and slept with my coordinator, okay? And that was a weird story, but that's a story for another time, all right? Now, in my current school, like I said, I've got this kind of chill relationship, which I like to keep going with my coordinator. Then I've got the director who's in my office. It's a small school where I'm in the academic affairs office, which is a blessing and a curse, but that's a whole nother topic. But anyways, so I see the director, and it's kind of similar to my relationship with the coordinator. We're chill, friendly smiles if we ever have to bump into each other. A little bit of nerves, like, oh, is everything cool? Like I said, if you're a foreign English teacher that the school likes, they don't want any problems, any drama. So, I'm a volatile substance, Anyway, I'm sorry. It's just having fun with myself. But I like my director. She's probably about my age, plus or minus a couple years. Has a couple kids. One of her kids goes to school. Her kid is adorable, like the cutest 7th grader in the school. Always, hi, Teacher Ryan, when she sees me. Super short, thin, super cute girl. Students at my school are lovely, let me say. All of my schools have been great. If you come to teach in Taiwan, you will be very pleased with the students' behavior for the most part. Once you get past like the cultural shocking things, like students grabbing each other, hitting each other, like there's just some slight cultural differences, but the students are quite nice, quite cute, and and the principal I don't actually interact with that much. I see her once in a while, but there's a bit of a distance. Probably that's the norm, but every school's different. Every personality is different. I'm sure if you were working my job, you'd have a different dynamic with all of these people. I think with personalities, it's just if you don't click, but you got to work together, then you just keep a distance, right? But if you click, even if it might be wise to keep a distance, you just end up getting closer. That's my take on it. But everyone's different, and I actually had no plan to talk about the hierarchy of the school in terms of, or in relationship to teaching English in Taiwan, but that's what happened. Thank you for watching. My name's Ryan.